Hey guys, welcome to a new video. Today I'm going to be making a continuation on yesterday's video where I mentioned this specific sale that I had, and I had a few sales within the past, let's just say, couple of days within an account, and I was using this kind of sale here to show people one of the many strategies to be able to make money on Redbubble. And this is probably one of the most simple, if not the simplest form out there. And it's not just on Redbubble. You can go ahead and take this strategy and apply it to Society6 as well. It works tremendously well. I'm not going to say it works as good on Teepublic, but it does work slightly. You have all types of platforms. I know it works very well for my own websites, especially because I'm generating traffic relatively all the time. And so I'm just going to show it to you and break it down. It's very, very simple. All right. So you could see the image that sold. All right. The image that sold, and I'll just go ahead and zoom in here. If I can, let's see here. I'm on a slide. I don't even know if I can zoom in, but you guys can pretty much see what it is. I'll show you what it is now. Looks like a leopard of some sort. And that's what sold. And I get sales like this every single day, not just from the work that I've done, but what my virtual assistants do for me as well. And this was a strategy that I discovered kind of worked maybe in the beginning of last year. And basically it comes down like this. So there's this tool here called the Unlimited Copyright Free Images tool. So basically it's cheaper than any other platform out there: Shutterstock, Getty Images, Adobe Stock, 123RF. You could see kind of the prices here and everything like that. But it's basically the cheapest. And these are images that you can use that are specifically licensed for the purpose of commercial purposes. So you can use these images for commercial purposes. And basically what it is you just go over here. This is the tool that's installed. I'm pretty sure you guys can see this. And I'm showing you how I'm doing it. And this is how I've teached on this YouTube channel to do it as well, is you search for a keyword. So let's just say I'm searching for a wolf, and I'll hit search here. And basically what will happen is I'll go in and download a bunch of pictures of wolves, right? So this has been updated recently. They always update different pictures of wolves, not just wolves, but like anything you search, right? So you could search for a picture of a house, you could search for a cabin, you could search for a landscape, mountains, you name it. And the images are really high quality, okay? There are thousands of pixels in size. Okay, so if I go to let's just pick this random one here. This is the first one. Let's go ahead and pick it. When you click on it, it will take its time to start downloading. It's a large image, right? So you could see there, it took that much space from when I said I clicked it to when it actually downloaded. That's how long it took. So it took like a few seconds. Definitely not a small image, but you could see here the size is 4,886 pixels by 3,914. If you wanted to, you can upscale it here. And when I say upscale it, I mean literally just make it bigger. You're not going to have to hit the upscale button. It already has a high DPI as is. Okay, so the DPI is very high as is. But you take an image like this and you upload it to these platforms. Now, you might say to me, well, why would I do this? Can I do AI instead? Can I upload AI images instead? Yeah, you absolutely can. There's nothing wrong with that. It just takes a little bit longer to do so. And if you remember in yesterday's video, one of the hallmarks that I've spoken about, which was the fourth pillar, that is the invisible pillar, is a matter of efficiency. And I'm not against AI. You guys know I love AI. I've made hundreds of videos on, well, maybe not hundreds, I'm exaggerating, but I really love AI art, and I love to upload it. But at the same time, it does take time because there are small errors and small things that can happen. So if I need like a wolf poster, right, it might not come out exactly the way I want it. So I might have to sit there and create new ones, or I might have to edit the one that exists. I'll waste time thinking about the ones that I want, things like that. And remember, if there's one thing to remember with all of print on demand, is that you don't have to have a design that is tremendously amazing. It just has to be good enough for somebody to buy the product. So I look at this image here and I say, is this good enough for somebody to actually buy? Is it good enough? And the answer is yes, it's good enough. It's not pixelated. It doesn't look bad. The image actually looks pretty nice. People can buy this on a graphic design shirt. or a graphic t-shirt rather, where it's like all over print. People can buy this on a mouse pad. They can even buy it on a desk mat if it's stretched the right way. People can buy this on so many different things. I mean, you guys know Redbubble has hundreds, really thousands of SKUs, but hundreds of products. I could put this on a product on my own website. There's so many things I could do here, right? And so what this does is it gives me two abilities. It gives me efficiency and it gives me resource within a niche. Remember, one of the hallmarks, once again, that I've said before in last video, and this is kind of like a continuation onto it, is that when you're creating designs, you want to have one overarching niche for every store, right? So if I have a store where I'm uploading pictures of wolves and wolf-related content, I want to ideally keep it to that. Over time, can I expand? Absolutely, but do I recommend it? No. I don't recommend, really, honestly, with my personal experience, going past 2,000 designs on a store anymore. I know I have stores that have way more than that, but that's not something that I really advocate, because at the end of the day, you have to realize that there's policies in place that are kind of invisible to us, right? Redbubble has something called non-additive content, and non-additive content is, and they define it. It's like, if it's not unique, if it's not creative, if it's not whatever, then it's grounds for removal. Now, sometimes you might have your whole account removed because of non-additive content. So going over 2,000 designs for me per store is not ideal. I wouldn't want to expand any more past that. And don't get me wrong, like I said, in the beginning of my journey, I have stores that have gone past that, but it's not ideal. And so when you stick to one niche, you stick to that store. You could even do what I did last year. I stuck to one store, one niche for the whole entire month. Okay, and then I went on to a new store, etc. And look what happened later. Many months later, I ended up selling 9 of those stores. So the point here is that you can do this with so many different designs, and to each their own. Everybody likes their own style of art, right? Somebody might like this image over this image, and it's just one click away. The point of this as well is that since you already do the niche research, now you know what kind of keywords to target, what kind of keywords to add in your tags, things like that. So you're doing that niche research. So this is a strategy that specifically focuses on speed, okay, and efficiency. If you don't want to focus on speed, if you just want to upload manually like different designs from, like, let's say AI art, there's nothing wrong with that. That's profitable as well. This is just a cheaper, easier solution to a lot of things that I do out there. Now, once again, I've spoke about this before as well. I do have virtual assistants doing this for me on a daily basis. I don't have to tap in with them. I don't have to communicate with them. I give them the task for the month or for the week, depending on who it is. If it's a newer virtual assistant, I will follow up with them on a weekly basis. If it's an older virtual assistant, been doing this for a while for me, just every month, I give them a new topic, right? They'll go out there and they'll work on that store. Now, Society6, on the other hand, I have a bunch of designs on Society6, and Society6 I just encountered less problems with. There are less people who are having issues on there, and we take these images, we upload them to Society6 as well. We take the exact same images. We don't even edit them. There is no change. The exact same art that goes on Redbubble goes on Society6. And to me, Society6 is just a smaller version of Redbubble. It's literally almost the same. Not in terms of tagging or structure and things like that, but the product selection, the availability, things like that. And that's what it comes down to. It's a super simple strategy. And once again, it provides an income. So if you break this down, and we're getting, maybe on the count where I'm uploading this, maybe like 10, 15 sales a day on this specific account, right? If you look at this costs $9.99 a month. This one design, right? And I actually was, I didn't want to show the design, but I figured, let me just do it. And I blurred out the rest of the data here. You could see, and we have a bunch of other ones, but these are from patterns. But regardless, this one design here, which is, like I said, a picture of a leopard, $3.17 profit. So off of that one image, $3.17. And this image, I think, sells for me like maybe 3 times a month, 4 times a month. Not too often, but, it's decent. It's not bad. So this one image here will sell, let's say, 3 times a month. There will be other designs that will sell once a month, 4 times a month, 2 times a month. There will be some other designs, like I have on this very store, I have 2 other designs. One is a picture of a fish. I'm not going to say what kind of fish, but it sells like 15 times a month. Okay, and that's one example. And it's not fancy either. It's not a fancy design. The cool thing about this, speaking of fancy, is the unlimited tool. If you look here, you have a selection. You could choose stock type photo, all, illustrations, fine art, vector, black and white. So you have different categories. So for example, if I wanted to search for, let's say, an animal, and I search here vector art, right, there will be like certain kinds of vector art. Now, I'm not a big fan of them, honestly, for print on demand, but you know, you got pictures of cells here. You got pictures of other kinds of drawings. I'm not sure what on earth these are, but there's literally millions of pieces of art on this software. So I just clicked on page 10, right? We'll wait for it to load. There you go. There's all kinds of different stuff here. We can actually search for here, like, let's search for a landscape, right? Actually, let's search for mountain. I like mountains better, right? So I'll search for a mountain. Let's see what comes up there. I don't even know what will come up. You got all kinds of maps and things like that. Let me search for, here we have fine art, which I'm pretty sure fine art is like what? It's like paintings and stuff like that. Yeah, there you go. You got paintings, some really beautiful pieces here. Like I can click on this and let that load. Here we have, what else? We have illustrations, right? Actually, illustrations is not my style. I don't like that. Let me hit stock here. Let's see. Boom. You got some pictures of mountains here in the stock. And there are, like I said, 10, 20, 30, 100 different pages of images here. So like this is on page 1, right? So I can go all the way to page 5, for example. I'll click on page 5, give it a second, give it a few seconds. It will load pages 5 results. So like, let's say I like this, boom, click and download, right? And this is what my virtual assistants do. You know, they're on the clock, they sit there and they just click, download, click, download, click, download. And I have one virtual assistant who's responsible for downloading for stuff for Society6 and Redbubble, and then he sends it over to the person who's responsible for uploading them. And the person who's uploading them has the tools that help them upload for the tagging, things like that. And they know what they're doing in that standpoint. And they take the images, they tag them, they upload them, boom. And it kind of works like that. So I'm killing kind of two birds with one stone by having one person be responsible for one thing and be double good at it. Instead of hiring one person that's responsible for downloading and uploading, just have one person downloading, which really doesn't take any skill whatsoever. You just click on images and download, and then the person who's uploading needs to have the skill, but it helps. So I can go, click on any image I want, download as much as I want of them, and you could see here they range in size. Some of them, like you have 1,500 kilobytes, 1,800 kilobytes. You got 5.6 megabytes, right? They differ in size. So, and the whole benefit of this is that you can use it for print on demand. You could use it for commercial purposes. It says it right here. So I'll go down here and it says no copyright guarantee. What can you use the images for? And then they list it out. Website design, print on demand, social media, video advertising, PowerPoint presentations, blogs, annual reports, business card, and so on. It just shows you how to do it. So yeah, guys, this is exactly how I did it. Literally took no effort. And the reason why I'm even sharing this is because think about logically how hard it would be for anyone to do this. You get on a software, you click a few buttons, you download a few images, you upload them to a Redbubble platform that costs you nothing, right? $10, what's $10 a month? It's nothing, right? So you're going to upload that, and you're going to do that consistently. Now, think about it this way. If you have a Redbubble account allows you to download how many designs or how many uploads a day, right? So that's 30. So let's just use October, right? The month of October. There's 31 days in the month of October. You take that, you multiply by 31. That's 930 designs. There were some people in yesterday's video saying, oh, they have 500 designs and they have no sales, or 50 designs and no sales. Guys, 500 designs, you could do that in 2 weeks. Why are you complaining about 500 designs? 500 designs is really not that much, right? I've uploaded over 50,000 designs just myself manually, aside from my virtual assistants. So you look at the numbers there, it doesn't make sense. You got to upload quantity. Quantity helps. Quality matters too. And like I said, I'm not going to go over this because I spoke about it yesterday. I literally spent 45 minutes talking about this yesterday, but go watch that if you want to learn more. But 930 designs, you think of it from a numbers game perspective, right? So now you've uploaded 930 designs in the month of October for Redbubble. But wait, you have Society6, you have Teepublic, right? You have Zazzle, you have Etsy. There's so many things you can do. You can take some of the images. Let's say let's just use the niche mountains, right? So let's search river. Let's search river, okay? And let's say you're in the mountains niche. So you have some mountain photos uploaded, right? But you look here and you say, okay, well, I can take some of these images and I can package them up on Kiddle, and I could sell them on Kiddle. Not Kiddle, excuse me, Etsy, right? You can do that. There's many things you could do that can help you from that standpoint. I don't know why I said Kiddle. Etsy, all right? Etsy. So you could take designs, right, and upload them simultaneously to Etsy. And guess what? You're allowed to take a design, upload it to Redbubble, upload it to Etsy, upload it to Zazzle, upload it to Society6. Now you have the chance of making much more per image of profit. So a lot of people are hyper focused on why they can't make money on one platform. Number one, they're just not doing enough. They think they are, but they're just not. And second of all, they're not utilizing that asset to the best of its ability. You can take that image, upload it on multiple platforms, and now you're multiplying your income. Now, you might be the type of person that might look at an image like this and say, I would never have this image. I would never purchase this image. I would never buy it on a t-shirt or buy it on a hoodie. It doesn't matter because somebody else will. Somebody else will. There's so much art that I've uploaded that people buy on a daily basis that I would never have anything to do with in my personal life. But what I enjoy is not the same thing that somebody else enjoys or somebody else likes. And remember, there's different purposes as to why people buy things. Like if I had a doctor's office, if I had a practice that I was running, a doctor's office, and you know how like people put up art in the doctor's office? Art like this is perfect for a doctor's office. It looks great, right? You can, if you're into the blogging game, you can set up a blog, right? Where you make a blog post of top 10 or best pieces of art for a doctor's office or for a yoga practice or for a physical therapy office, whatever the case may be. And you could search for certain images through here, download them, right? And then create like a product where you're linking all these different designs. And in that blog, that will gain traffic for people who specifically search for them. And then they'll find those products and potentially purchase them. Right? You're making a recommendation. Obviously, price matters and things like that. And I personally wouldn't price it too expensive. You look at a product like this, when we sold this design, right? This design created $3.17 in profit. I don't need to make $1,000 off of each design on the first day. I'm going to upload them. Typical average margins, 20% margin, nothing crazy. So if you're uploading this to your own website, you're uploading this to Etsy, you're uploading this to Zazzle, you're uploading this to whatever, go what's typically done, right? So for me, when I upload things on Etsy, most of the time I don't really pass a $3 to $5 barrier. $3 to $5 for digital assets, I'm keeping it at that level because that's typically what people are going to charge. I don't need to stand out dramatically, right? If I feel sometimes that, what I'm giving is a whole lot of bonus, yeah, I might increase the price a little bit, reach that $5 barrier, but that's pretty much it. I'm not going to go past that because once again, I'm trying to learn how to play the game. And learning how to play the game means doing the right things to get me there. And sometimes if I overcharge or I undercharge, people might look at that a certain way, and that might not actually help from a sales perspective. So there's different things that you could do. This is just one of the methods, one of the strategies that can help you get sales quick, right? And when I say quick, I'm not trying to promote some get rich quick. I mean less effort, faster time. It's just a hack, really. It's just a hack because you can, once again, I'm going to use that example. You can sit on an AI tool, like Leonardo or Midjourney or whatever, and you could sit there for a month creating images that you never make money from because some of them are good, but they're just not perfect. And for some reason, you don't want to upload them into the platform. And I understand, right? So that's the point here. All right. You really want to focus on your efficiency. If you want to get better at print on demand, one of the core concepts that you should make it a goal is efficiency. How can you get fast at doing what you do? Some people might not do this, right? Some people like to create designs. Some people like to do different, everybody's different, but this is just a simple example, all right? I'll talk to you guys later. Of course, all the links will be in the description, and I'm actually going to start linking other videos that I think you guys might find helpful that I've created on this YouTube channel, so check those out, and I'll see you soon, all right? Peace out, bye.